Good morning, students. Today in our class 7, we will learn about chapter 2, a gift of chappals. Mridu is a young girl growing up in Madras, now called Chennai, with Tapi, her grandmother, and Tatha, her grandfather. One afternoon, Tapi takes her to her aunt Rukumani's house to meet her cousins Lali, Ravi, and Meena. Now, here is a story, a gift of chappal, gift of chappals, a pair of chappal. A smiling Rukumani threw open the door. Ravi and Meena rushed out, and Ravi pulled Mridu into the house. "Wait, let me take off my slippers," protested Mridu. She set them out neatly near a pair of large black ones. Those were grey, actually with dust. You could see the clear mark of every toe on the front part of each slipper. The marks for the two big toes were long and scrawny. Mridu didn't have much time to wonder about whose slippers they were, because Ravi dragged her to the backyard, behind a thick bitterberry bush. There, inside a torn football lined with sacking and filled with sand, lay a very small kitten, lapping up milk from a coconut half shell. "We found him outside the gate this morning. He was mewing and mewing. Poor thing," sighed Meena. So here is a chapter where Rukumani opens the door and Mridu was there at Rukumani's house. There were her cousins Lali, Ravi, and Meena. Now, initially, we can see the description of chappals. Here is the story. It's secret. Amma says Pati will leave for our Paddu Mama's house if she knows we have a cat. Pati means grandmother in Tamil. People are always telling us to be kind to animals, but when we are, they scream. "Oh, don't bring that dirty creature here," said Ravi. "Do you know how hard it is just to get a little milk from the kitchen? Pati saw me with a glass in my hand just now. I told her I am very hungry. I want to drink it. But the way she looked at me, I had to drink most of it to throw her off the scent. Then she wanted the tumbler back. Pati, I will wash it myself. Why should I put you to trouble?" I told her. I had to run and pour the milk into this coconut shell and then run back and wash the tumbler and put it back before she got really suspicious. Now we have to think of some other ways to feed Mahendran. Mahendran? This little kitty's name is Mahendran. So here is little kitty whose name is Mahendran. Mridu was impressed. It was a real name, not just a cute kitty cat name. Actually, his full name is Mahendran Verma. Mahendra Verma Pallava Punai. MP Punai for short, if you like. He is a fine breed of cat. Just look at his fur, like a lion's mane, and you know what the emblem of the ancient Pallava kings was? Don't you? He looked expectantly at Mridu. Mridu giggled. Think I am joking? Well, just wait. I will show you something. It's clear you don't know a thing about history. Haven't been to Mahabalipuram? Have you? He said mysteriously. Well, when our class went to Mahabalipuram, I saw a statue of his Tathas, etc., etc. Fact is, Mahendran here is descendant from that very same ancient cat, a close relative, scientifically speaking, of none other than the lion, the Pallava lion, emblem of the Pallava dynasty. Ravi went on, walking around the beetle-berry bush, having a twig up and down, his eyes sparkling. This cat is descendant of none other than the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. And if I may just remind you, they worshipped cats in ancient Egypt. Egypt is a country of North Africa. Here is girl goes to cousin's home and there they see a kitten. They gave kitten milk, some milk, and they discuss about how hard is to rear the animal or kitten. Then they said about this cat's name, Mahendran. Mahendran is descendant of that Pallava kings in South India. Pallava kings were ruling about 1500 years ago, and there was their symbol lion, and that lion's descendants means their family's members was this cat. Now, how he loved the sound of his own voice. Meena and Mridu exchanged looks. What does that have to do with anything? Mridu demanded. Oh, I am telling you, this cat is descended from the Egyptian cat god. No, goddess. Bastet. Yeah, that's it. So, well, one of the descendants of that cat goddess was a stowaway in one of the Pallava ships, and his descendant was the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat, whose descendant is Ravi flourishing his twig at Mahendran. MP Pune here. Oh, ek. He shrieked, very pleased with himself. So, the cat is descendant of Egyptian goddess, and it has a great past dynasty. Mahendran looked up, alarmed. He had just been sharpening his claws on the edge of the coconut shell. But worse than Ravi's awful whoop was Creech. From the window, what a weird sound. If Mridu was startled, MP Pune was frightened out of his wits. Hair standing on end, he bounced up and scurried towards a bamboo tray of red chilies that had been set out to dry. Trying to hide beneath it, he tipped a few chilies over himself. Meow, meow. He hauled miserably. The creaking went on and on. What's that noise? Said Mridu. That's Lali learning to play the violin, grunted Ravi. She will never learn a thing. The music master just goes on playing like a train whizzing on and on, while Lali's Lali is all the time derailing, going completely off track. So here our first part ends, and we will learn about second part in next lecture. So here is a story of a cat in first part. Characters are here: Mridu, Lali, Ravi, Meena, and Rukumani darwaza khulti hai. Then Ravi, Meena came out from that home and met Mridu. Both went to garden outside the house, and there they saw the cat, and they were Ravi is telling ancient part of this cat. So thus here our first half ends.